yourself?
I'm Camille Dale.
Camille Goodall, and what? And I'm her mom, Frederick. And what are we going to cook today, Camille?
Pizza.
A pizza with what on it?
Cheddar cheese. Olives.
Yes.
Mushrooms.
Yes. And what else?
Sauce.
Sauce. And what are we adding today? Because that's the vegetable of the day that we're adding.
Broccoli.
We are adding broccoli. All right, so I'm going to actually show you, hopefully you can see what we're doing better. But we're going to roll the dough. That's what we do first. So what we're saying is a dough that is pre-made. So everybody can make our own. You are courageous, but we're not very courageous, and we like things to get done pretty quickly. So we are using a made dough that we bought at the store. So we just unrolled it. We put it on a sheet with flour so that it doesn't stick. And Camille is not a big fan of rolling dough, so I made it roll it for her. All right.
Hey, Frederick,
So,
pause for just a second, because was I the only one that had the frozen video? I don't know if I was the only one. Your video was frozen for me, but maybe it was just me.
It works well on my side.
Right. Yeah, you wouldn't see it when your video freezes, but okay. Well, let's continue, and we'll hope that doesn't happen again.
All right, so I'm putting flour a little bit on my dough. Okay, Camille, do you want to try rolling?
Is he on there?
Who is on there? Try rolling. Your dad is coming as well. All right, see how easy it is? Nick, is that what you do with your pizza dough? You roll it?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. Jennifer, do you like pizza?
She dropped off, so maybe
She
she's
dropped
going to
off.
come back on.
Okay.
Okay, so I usually try to do a little more so that it's a big pizza. We like a big pizza. We do not like a tiny pizza. We want to eat, so we make a big one. And that way we have, what do we have for the next day, Camille? Leftovers.
Leftovers. We love leftover pizza.
I love leftover pizza.
Yes, it's almost better the next day than it is on the day you cook it, right? Isn't that strange?
Sometimes, yep, I agree.
Sometimes it's the same. I think it's the same a little bit with spaghetti. You know, leftover spaghetti can be delicious. And all right, so we have prepared, we turn it around. We're not going to throw it in the air like in the Italian restaurants. We're not that good. There we go. And we kind of make it a little square. And Camille starts usually making, the key is to make a little, how do you call that? A little side so that the sauce doesn't go all over the place, right? Do you understand what I mean?
An edge, a little edge, a crust.
That's the right word. I apologize. Don't good English, Nick.
What is it in French, Frederick?
Une bordure.
Okay.
Une bordure pour la pâte. Yes, I'm going to start talking in French. How's that, guys?
Yeah, can you do the whole thing in French? That'd be awesome.
Yes.
We'd have the visual to at least understand what you're doing, probably.
All right, Camille, show them what to do with the border. So she just pinches it and lifts it a little. And it doesn't really stay that well, but it creates a little bit of a border enough to hold the sauce.
Mhm. You're doing a good job, Camille. That's awesome.
Okay, who prepares their own pizza dough? Or you guys make your own, or do you buy a ready pizza dough? Ideally, it's good to make your own and let it rise and make it delicious, but it takes time.
Yeah, we used to, but with gluten-free, I usually end up doing a mix, or there is one dough ball frozen thing that I can buy pre-made, and that's the closest to the regular crust. So,
And that's a good point, Marilyn. There are doughs that, I mean, the dough that we buy is not gluten-free. So there are people who have, food intolerances and cannot eat gluten. So if that's your case, then you have to buy a dough that is gluten-free. The one that we got is not. We're okay with that.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So making a pizza is kind of messy.
Yeah.
That comes with the territory. So that's why I recommend doing the dishes before you start so that you don't have a sink full, and cleaning your spaces so that you have space to put all your ingredients so that you can work easily. If you start with a kitchen that is a mess and with all kinds of things all over the place, then you're not gonna be able to work well. So actually, I can show you. We prepared, as you can see, we prepared the ingredients, and they are here. So do you see all the ingredients between the broccoli and the mushroom and the pepperoni and the cheese and the olives and the tomatoes? That is a lot of things. So clean your space, prepare some space. Very good, Miss Camille. So what are we going to do next, Camille?
The sauce.
We're going to put the sauce. Do we put a lot of sauce
A
or
little bit.
a little bit? Yes, we don't want our pizza to be soggy some people don't digest well tomatoes because they are acidic. So we tend to not put too much. So it's the same. You can make your own, but Camille and I buy the ready sauce, and we just dump it on the pizza. And I dump a little for Camille, and then she spreads it. So
I think I need some help with it.
yes.
That's the same thing we do. Jenna spreads it after I dump it on the crust. So.
We use
Can you help?
that type. You start, and I'll help you. We use a flat tip with spoon because that doesn't hurt the dough. And you just spread it the best you can, trying not to poke holes on your pizza.
You know what we used to spread it with? The back of a tablespoon, and then you can just kind of rub it back and forth around the.
That is true. That works well as well. Where are we? Very good.
Because you definitely don't want to tear the dough while you're doing that too much anyway.
This is just this is not the primary ingredient. This is just a base.
Mhm.
So.
Because you can use a white sauce or even no sauce. You could put olive oil and, right?
Like that. And what are we going to put after that, Miss Camille? What do you do? We put a bed of what after the sauce?
The cheese.
The cheese, because Camille and I like a lot of cheese. So what we do, we put 1 coat of cheese under everything else. Our pizza, the way, where are we, Camille? The pizza, the way we like it, we use quite a bit of cheese, as you can see.
Quite a bit.
Yes, you like cheese, a lot of cheese on your pizza, Nick?
Yes, a lot
Yeah.
of cheese.
A lot of cheese. So do we.
A
So
lot
one
of cheese.
Go ahead, Nick.
A lot of cheese.
A lot of cheese. One of the tips is to be sure that you spread things all over the dough. That you just don't forget some corners that will be dry with nothing on top. So we make sure to add cheese on the corners as well.
Is that my dad? What's he doing? Is he gonna watch me?
Maybe he is, so he can watch the recording too. Anybody who will miss today can watch the recording. It was going to be posted on the website.
Facebook page. It'll be posted on Facebook.
While Camille finishes putting the cheese on her pizza, I am cutting the tomatoes because we like to add fresh tomatoes. You don't have to. Some people, again, do not like tomatoes because they are acidic, but we like fresh vegetables on our pizzas, and it's fun, it's pretty. So I usually add 1 or 2 tomatoes on top of the tomato sauce. That's why we do not put a lot of tomato sauce, because we're going to end up adding tomatoes as well. You see how much cheese we've been putting? And that's just the first coating. It's going to be cheesy.
I was going to ask you, because our method usually is to put the toppings on and then the cheese. So tell me, what do you think about that?
Well, we've done it both ways. And basically, we ended up doing the base because it really holds everything together. And it's kind of an extra cheese pizza. It makes it more cheesy and really not that, you know, that bad. I mean, it's not too much at all for some reason. We end up putting quite a bit of cheese, but it doesn't feel too much. Camille, do you think it's too cheesy when we do it, or it's perfect?
It's good.
It's good. See?
It's probably all those vegetables you're putting on there. You got a lot of toppings. So.
And that's the thing, is that because we have a lot of toppings, they will make your pizza soggy easily, but the cheese bed is holding everything together. So Camille now is putting the tomato slices on the pizza.
How's Jenna?
Jenna's doing well. I was just thinking, too bad we don't have smell-o-vision, because I want to smell this later.
I know, it smells divine. When we do the pizza, it almost smells delish.
Is Miss Wilby still a caravan?
Yes.
There you go. Nick is the expert. He knows.
He knows her very well, huh?
Oh.
I know him very well.
All right. So what are we going to put next, Camille? What are we going to put next?
This.
What is it called?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni. So the meat components,
Good.
certain people, again, do not eat pepperoni. There are people who do not like meat on their pizza and like it to be what they call vegetarian, only vegetables. Camille and I like pepperoni on our pizza.
Maybe I can have it for tonight.
Maybe we can have, of course we're going to have it for tonight. So basically, I give her a pile and she just spreads them in between the pizza or on top. It doesn't need to be perfect.
Is that my dad?
No,
What's he doing?
it's not.
I texted my dad if he wants to watch me.
I think he is, sweetie. He might be just watching the recording because he's working. How many people who are working, sweetie? Okay. While she's putting the pepperoni, I am working on another vegetable. What other vegetable am I working on, Camille?
Mushroom.
Mushrooms. We get the portabella mushrooms because they are a little more firm and we like the texture. So talking about vegetables, you have a choice. You can buy regular vegetables at your store, or you may want to pick organic. And mushrooms, I don't think it's that important if they are organic or not. Broccoli, probably a little more important. Camille, was there enough pepperoni? Were we good?
Mhm.
So when Camille throws the vegetable on the pizza, it doesn't have to be perfect. We are just throwing things on, making sure we don't make clumps. I'm her sous chef. I cut the veggies for her. What do you put on your pizza, Nick?
Pepperoni, cheese, and I don't know what else. I don't know. I can have a lot of things on my pizza.
Well, it depends, right? Sometimes it depends what you have in your refrigerator. Sometimes we put spinach. I cut spinach in little pieces and it looks like an herb. You know, you spread it all over the pizza. It makes it beautiful. And it's a good idea, you know, whatever you have in your fridge, but it has to be a tender vegetable. Because if it's a hard vegetable or a vegetable like a carrot or a potato, first, it would not really go well, but on top of that, they would not cook. And that's why I actually did cook the broccoli before we did the pizza. Hi, Sister Camille. How are you doing with your mushrooms?
Good.
Good. Let's show them what it looks like. Can you guys see the pizza, what it looks like? It's starting to look like a pizza, does it?
It's starting to look like a pizza.
Yeah.
It's making me hungry is what it's doing.
And I can guarantee you that big pizza, Camille and I mean, I wouldn't say we are eating it in one sitting, but once we're done with dinner, there will not be much left. It's very light. It's not very, it's not, why don't you put okay, what are we going to put next, Camille?
Olive.
The olives. So again, we are lazy today, and I bought lazy. So what I did is get like the canned sliced olives, but ideally, it's much better to use Kalamata black olives. They taste better, but you have to cut them, you know, that is more easy. Those little things are more easy to dump on the pizza, and they are more fun than the, you know, doing your own pizza, your own, cut your own olives. All right, and I am bringing, while she does that, I am bringing the broccoli. How are you doing, Miss Camille?
Good.
Good. Are you excited about the pizza for tonight?
I wonder if my dad is calling me.
He's gonna call you later. Okay.
What time is it?
It is actually, we're making progress, people. Almost done, Camille. Oh, there's something that we need not forget.
We must not forget something.
Don't forget.
We cannot forget the secret box.
The secret box. What's in the secret box?
The spices.
Ah,
That's what ties it all together. Oh, wow.
Secret box. We cannot forget that.
nope.
Never forget the secret box. Okay. Okay, so this is, unless you can take it with your fingers, can you grab them and put them?
I think I can use your fork.
Okay, use the
Uh,
Here we go. So Camille, that's when we are getting to the center of our conversation, which is the broccoli. So the broccoli, make sure you steam it. Oh, Camille. There we go. Make sure you steam it before you put it in, because it would be way too hard. It's going to be crunchy. I have put uncooked broccoli on a pizza, and it's just not pleasant at all. So make sure your broccoli is almost completely cooked before you put it on your pizza. And don't put too much, because broccoli is a pretty strong vegetable in taste, and we don't want it to be overbearing and hide all the other flavors. Just enough to make the pizza nice and green and healthy. And so don't put the water, sweetie. Excellent job, Camille. Look at you. All right. So what's missing now, Camille? What do we need to put next?
Those.
The spices, or do we do something before that? What do we put before that?
More other cheese.
More cheese. Go figure.
More cheese.
We want more cheese.
More cheese.
Of course, we're going to put more cheese. And we are generous. We're not like the broccoli didn't get the good side of the stick. You know, broccoli was like a few pieces. We're going to put cheese, like we're going to be nice and generous. All right.
Cheese.
Cheese it is. Cheese makes you happy.
Cheese.
So Camille, what is the dish that you like to cook the most of all the dishes that we did? Is that the pizza or the custard or the omelets?
The custard.
Well, Camille likes to cook a custard. If one day there is an egg special on cooking, and Lord knows we have eggs here since we have hands, just like Mr. Nick, who has hands too, we do custards.
Mhm.
I have chickens too, as well as I decided to have chickens.
Awesome. Do you get lots of eggs from your chickens?
Most days I get a lot of eggs. If they're not, if we go out there and look at their box,
Right.
yes, they give me eggs.
Yeah. Do you have to check on your chickens every day?
We have to check it every day because most of the time I don't go.
We'll do that later.
Yeah.
I don't go out there mostly. My dad goes out there and checks on the chickens,
Yeah.
and so that's
Mm,
I stay inside,
yeah.
and my parents go out there to check out chickens.
Gotcha. That's awesome.
Yep.
Everybody, I would like to take a vote. Is that enough cheese or do we need to put more?
More!
More cheese, more cheese. No.
All right, so, and now we are getting to the end of talking about cheese, by the way. Again, we are lazy. I mean, you can do a very sophisticated pizza and grind your own cheese, which is probably better because when you buy cheese in a pack like this, as convenient as it is, they add starches in it so that it doesn't cake and so that it doesn't mold, so that there is no mold. So ideally, you want to.
Is the oven working?
Yes. Ideally, you should grind your own cheese yourself with a cheese grinder. While Camille is putting the pepper on, and we should probably have done that a little earlier. I'm preheating the oven to 425. So Camille is putting pepper. We like pepper in this house. There is no need to add salt because the pepperoni is salty already. And what I fell in love is herbs and spices. Rosemary. So normally what we put is herbe de Provence, which is fine herbs, organic herbe de Provence. But a friend of mine just surprised me with the Bragg mix, which is an organic mix that has everything in it, including garlic and parsley and everything. I like to put parsley. I like to put parsley actually on, if you have fresh parsley, that is even better. Parsley is good on everything, to me. So we'll put a lot of spices, like we are generous with the spices as well. And this is it. We are done.
Nice.
So this is going to go in the oven. And in terms of cooking it, usually I keep an eye on it. That's really how much because the cooking instructions are not very clear because it depends on the number of add-ons that you have. If you have only cheese, then it cooks very fast. If you have a lot of things like we have now, it's going to take longer. So here we go. Camille, do you want to hold your pizza for the group to see? Okay. There you go.
Whoops.
Whoops.
we go.
Mm, looks delicious. I can smell it already.
And it's relatively healthy. So that's something
Okay.
that we really like to do.
You want to open this?
It's not, the oven is not warm yet.
Oh.
So this is it.
Okay.
So now I have leftover broccoli that was steamed, and I may keep it as a little side, because you can always serve pizza, even if it has veggies on it, you can always serve it with a side. Actually, if your pizza is not very healthy, because you have put a lot of, like if you have put sausage, a lot of cheese, it's not a bad idea to serve it with a spinach salad or a little leftover of vegetables. Camille likes, what is what is it that you like very much that is red? That is a little salad that I make for you. Red.
Beans.
Camille likes red beets. So I serve many things with a little red beet salad, or just a spinach salad, or a little coleslaw. It adds vegetable.
Yep.
Right?
We try to always have salad with our pizza, because sometimes we don't put as many vegetables as you do on our pizza. So
it adds vegetables.
Yeah.
And what do we do, Camille, when we don't have any vegetables in our plates? What do we drink?
Yes.
That's what we drink. If all fails, we serve ourselves a glass of green V8.
Gotcha.
And that helps with getting a little bit of vegetables into our system, right?
I've never seen that before. That's pretty
Yes, it's
cool.
pretty new. I think they started maybe a couple of years ago. And I mean, we buy it all the time.
Camille, your pizza's looking really good.
Who's that, Camille?
Is he on there?
Yeah, I'm on. I've been watching the whole time, honey.
Where are you? I can't see you.
Well, he's here, but his camera is on.
Oh. But were you going to call me on my cell phone? It's my bedroom.
That's okay. We can do that later. All right, everybody. So anybody has another experience with pizza and broccoli that they would like to share? Anybody does something that we have not done or adds? Give us ideas. We are open for ideas, Miss Camille.
I don't know. We usually eat broccoli very plain, just with a little olive oil or whatever. I'm trying to think. I know some people eat broccoli and with cheese a lot. But you eat broccoli any particular way, Nick?
No, I just eat broccoli because I'm trying to get broccoli into my system, and I don't have a specific way I get it into my system, but I do eat broccoli.
Awesome. Yep, I'm trying to think of, there's probably, I guess I throw broccoli in a bunch of different other dishes too, so it's not really one that you have to eat separately, kind of like you're doing with the pizza.
Exactly. I think it should be bought every week, and you somehow, if we do not find a reason to eat it, then we're going to put it in the vegetable soup, where it's going to kind of disappear because it becomes very soft and it disappears in the soup. Because this is one of the most one of the healthiest vegetables you can eat. It's part of what I call the power vegetables. That's why if we do not put broccoli, we put spinach. We always put a power vegetable on our pizza to be sure that we're getting some good stuff, right, Camille?